Hey guys, Critical Maniac here with the Black Ops 2 gameplay and commentary. Going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to find exactly what your play style is and just how to become a better player altogether. Now, a few things that there are some little neat little tricks that you can do is reload canceling is the first one, which is basically where you either sprint or you double tap triangle and your reload will be canceled. Now also when you're reloading, don't go by the actual reload animation. Make sure you're looking at your ammo counter in the bottom right corner of your screen. As soon as that hits back up to the ammo to where it goes, so like if your gun has 30 bullets in it and you reload, you'll notice that the numbers will actually go up before the animation is actually finished, so you can do the little sprint and he'll be full ammo at an earlier time. Second thing I want to talk about, that was just one little trick that you can do. The next thing is I'm going to be going into some tips on how to better yourself in this game. So first thing, you're going to find your preferences. So I would say, if what I mean by finding your preferences is, I know in my last video I talked about finding your preferences, but this one I'm going to be going into more detail, basing specifically what your preferences are. So if you are one of those people who like to look out a window and kill people, you're gonna be wanting to use something like maybe a semi-automatic assault rifle, maybe a light machine gun. Maybe you can do overkill and use both, or you're gonna want to use a sniper. Depending on that is totally up to you. What I say for that is, when I say, finding your gun and all that and finding what works for you, is you just have to choose. You have to pick and go through each one and find out which one is good for you, which one will work, and do stuff like that. Now, if you're one of those people who likes to run around the map, run around the edge of the map, what I say, you're gonna want to use something like a light machine gun or a fully automatic assault rifle. Something like, if I would say an assault rifle, I would say something like an MTAR Type 25, because those are close to mid-range, and things like the M8A1, FAL, SMR, AN, those are more long-ranged weapons. So usually about the first half of assault rifles is short to mid, and then the second half is mid to long. Now, if you're gonna run into the middle of the map and try to dominate that point where everybody's gonna be rushing in, especially if you're playing something like Hardpoint or Headquarters, you're gonna want to rush that objective. If that's what you want to do, maybe you want to use something like a shotgun. If you are going to use a shotgun, I would recommend something like the M1216 or the Remington. Now, if you're going to use the Remington, my preferences, I'm not saying you have to go by these preferences exactly, but my preferences for the Remington is I like to use lightweight, because I want to get to where I want to go as fast as possible, faster than anybody else, and I want to get there before the enemy is able to capture that objective. I want to be able to get to the objective faster than anybody else and beat them to it. Extreme conditioning. You don't want to keep having to click that L3 button every 5 seconds. Extreme conditioning allows you to run for a longer duration of time, which can be really helpful in a lot of cases. For your second perk, you might want to use fast hands, because I like to use C4. That way I can throw it onto the objective, I can throw it onto the hard point, I can throw it on if they're capturing a flag in domination, or if they're capturing the headquarters. Which will bring me up to my next point is, playing objective based games, which will help you. I know that I said that in my last video, but that really is going to help you. If you don't know exactly what I said about that, you can just go to my how to rack up kills video and do that. Now, the next thing I'm just gonna say is you want to find that gun that's gonna work for you. So if you're gonna use stuff like a Chicom like I'm using right here, which is a 3-round burst, but it has a high cyclic rate of fire. What that means is that it can, burst within a shorter amount of time. Like the M8A1, I know I don't really like to make sounds, but I'll give you a demonstration. So the M8A1 sounds something like ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da at that, rate, and the Chicom is something like and it's even faster than that. It can sound fully automatic if you're trigger fingering it really nice. It can sound fully automatic, and it won't have recoil, which is amazing because it is a 3-round burst, which means it'll automatically have less recoil because you're forced to shoot it less. Look at my AGR fail right here. I don't know how I didn't kill that guy on the staircase. I don't know how I didn't kill that guy that was going in the walkway. But anyway, it has a high cyclic rate of fire, so you're shooting it at a full speed, but it gives you the recoil of a slow-moving 3-round burst, and that is because it is a 3-round burst, and it has a slower, it automatically doesn't have recoil because when you burst, it says it in one of the little tips on the bottom of the loading screen, you have more accuracy. So, if you're going to be running around the middle of the map, you're going to want to use something explosive. You might want to have something like C4, because those can really get you out of sticky situations. You can cross a corner, toss it around that corner, double tap that square, which is always the best thing to do. Double tapping square, because you can have 2 C4, and if you try to click R2 or whatever your button is to throw your C4, and then you click it again to detonate it, you're just going to throw a second C4. And so I would always say, have 2C, not 2C4, but double tap square. Now, I would also recommend, if you are going to use C4, I would recommend using something like, something along the lines of, for your second perk, Fast Hands or Scavenger. I would recommend Scavenger more. I just had Fast Hands in this video. I was just trying it out. I did really good with it, though. But I would say Scavenger, that way you can get more, that way you can keep tossing them out there. Because I noticed that I can only toss one, and that really bummed me out. I can only toss one per life, but usually with Scavenger, I can just keep getting them back, keep throwing more, keep getting them back, and do things like that. Now, secondaries are also a big thing as well. If you're one of those people who doesn't, if you're being stealthy, if you're using suppressors on everything, if you're using Ghost and Cold-Blooded and Dead Silence, if you're using all that, then you're probably gonna want to use something like you're probably gonna want to have UAV yourself. Excuse me, I yawned there, and you're probably gonna want to have something like an FHJ to take down enemy aircraft. Uh, but that's if you're not using Ghost or what is the other one? Blind Eye. Blind Eye, I think, is for air support that's controlled by the AI. So definitely be aware of that. Probably want to use a rocket launcher if you're going to use something besides, Ghost and things of that nature, or Cold-Blooded. Well, Cold-Blooded doesn't matter because that has to do with the humans, but I think you guys get the idea. So perks, those have to be based on whatever it is that you're feeling. If you're feeling, that's why I say, and I can't stress this point enough, you probably hear it in every single one of my videos, is that you have to have a lot of variety in your classes. I would say set up a class with each type of play style. One for stealth, one for rushing, one for running, one for camping, and then you can, if you prestige and you use the creative class unlocked, then you can double up, tweak some things until you find out what you like, what you don't like. It's all in the beginning. It's all based on trial and error. Trial and error. This whole game is trial and error. It's all about, finding out what's best for you. I give these tips, but really it's all based on you, so don't hate me if it doesn't work out, because it all depends on you. These are just my preferences, and I'm just sharing them with you, like I did with my Remington, like I did with the Chicom, like I did with all the classes all together. But in reality, you all have to try out every little possibility. There are hundreds upon thousands of class layouts that you can have, and you have hopefully, however much time you have to try them all out, and you should have fun with that. So, next thing I want to talk about is, what your actual playstyle is. I kind of mentioned that in the beginning, but here are the different playstyles. As I said, and when I was talking about creating the class, there's the camper, the rusher, the runner, which is a lot different from the runner. The rusher, the runner is a lot smarter. The rusher, the camper, stealth completely, and things of that nature. Now, camper. Camper is the guy who's going to be sitting in the window. He may be using a sniper. More than likely will be using a sniper. Going to be using the stealth perks, maybe. For the most part, they probably will. And they're going to be, sitting in there. They may be in a corner. They may be corner camping, as they call it, where they basically sit in a four-corner area, and they'll just alternate corners as they get kills. That way, the enemy doesn't know what corner they're going to be coming through. The rusher. This is the person that likes to run in the middle and just kill everybody that he sees. I personally do not like to rush because I may get one or two kills and then I die. You see me here just retreating back into the house, which I do a lot. I am more of a runner or a stealth, mainly runner, which the runner is he likes to stick around the edge of the map and picks off enemies that are coming his way. They're usually only going to be one to two, at the most three enemies coming his way, unless you guys are coming out of the spawn at each other. And again, that's why I love to use C4, because I can just toss it out there and get multiple kills. You see me get multiple kills with C4 in this game multiple times, which is why I absolutely love C4. My friend turned it on to me. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Go subscribe to him. He's a really good commentator as well. Pretty much my partner. I help him out, he helps me out. But anyway, so I'm a runner. Now the next one is the stealth. These guys are off the map completely. The only way you're going to be able to see these guys is if you just see them up front. Usually they might camp, but most of them are going to be using ghost, and in this game ghost you can't be still and not be seen. I like that. I like how they balanced a lot of the perks. Scavenger, you can only get the little bags if you kill them with bullets. I feel stupid when I died there, because it was pretty much an assisted suicide, because he put one bullet into me, and I guess I panicked a little bit, and I threw it and hit the wall, and just like just detonate, and it exploded on me. So sorry, I had to adjust my mic. Please excuse me. So if you're one of those people who just hate getting like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't finish my point on stealth. You'll never be able to see stealth people. They're probably gonna be rocking ghost, cold-blooded, dead silence, and the only way you're gonna be able to see these guys is if you're just right face to face with them. And they're also going to be using suppressors so they don't show up on the radar when they shoot, and they're just all over the place. Now, if you're one of those people who start raging, or not necessarily raging, just kind of get upset when you're like, oh, I keep getting flashed, oh, I keep getting stunned, I keep getting hit with these shock charges, I keep, blah blah blah, use tactical mask. Tactical mask helps out so much. If you're one of those people who absolutely hate explosions, use flak jacket. Those things help out so much. In my opinion, they really are really overpowered, because they do as much damage as a concussion will do to you. A concussion will do very little damage. You'll see a very bright, undamaging red little line. With flak jacket, that's how much damage you take. Now the other thing is your reflexes. Your reflexes have to be, you have to be like a cat. Your reflexes have to just be amazing. Your reflexes have to be go left, go right, go go up, go down. They have to be amazing. You want to be able to pick off people really quickly, be able to turn around, which is sensitivity wise. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Critical Maniac, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.